Good morning. Today we're going to talk about utilizing Office 365 to streamline data through their Forms application. This is a great way to collect all types of data from whomever you would like, and it will streamline it into one place, and then you don't have a cluttered inbox because nobody likes that. Okay, so I'm going to start here from the portal. I've already logged in, and on the left side, I'm going to click on Office 365 Email Login. Now, I am already logged in here. If you are not, then of course your computer is going to prompt you to go ahead and log in. So this display is going to show a collection of the Office 365 apps that I use on a normal basis. I use Forms on a normal basis, but if you do not, then it's more than likely not going to show. To access the Forms, you can click either on All Apps and it will display all of the apps that you have available, or even easier, you can just click on the search bar and then you can type in Forms. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Forms. So with Forms, you can just ask questions, or you can also make a quiz through Forms, and it allows you to use points and things like that. But for our purposes today, we are going to click on New Form, and I want to give it a title. And I'm going to say, what type of pizza would you like? It's going to be the title of my form, and you can see it's going to save that right up here, and it also shows that it is saved. Now, I am in an online application, so it's going to save in real time. I don't have to keep clicking save. As long as I'm connected to the internet, it's going to do that automatically for me. Okay, so I'm ready for my first question. And so I've clicked Add New, and then I need to look at the different types of questions here. I'm going to have the choices of either multiple choice, where people could enter text, they can give a rating, or it's going to prompt them to give in a date form. I'm going to go ahead and use choice, and I'm going to type in what type, if I can type, pizza would you like for our meeting? And I'm going to say pepperoni. I'm going to say sausage. And then, of course, if I want to add other options, I can do that right here. If I accidentally add an option and I think, oh, no, I don't want to do that, then all I have to do is click this little delete trash can over here. What I want this to be a required question. So I'm going to go ahead and click required. Now, if they can choose both of these, and of course I'm going to choose multiple answers. Okay, the next thing I want to ask for this particular meeting is if people have any particular dietary needs. So for that, of course, I'm going to need text, which will allow the person using this form to enter whatever they need to tell me about their dietary needs. So I'm going to say, please list any dietary needs. Okay, so if I want to have long answer, I can go ahead and do that. It's going to give the responder more room to answer. I don't want this to be required because some people don't have any dietary needs, so I'm going to leave that as not required. Okay, so I have my two questions, and that means I'm ready to go. I can preview those questions here if I'd like, but before I do that, I have a few things that I would like to specify for this particular meeting. So I'm going to click here, these three little dots in the top right-hand corner, and it's going to give me some settings. Okay. I don't want anyone with the link to be able to respond. I really want only people in my organization to be able to respond. So that is going to mean only people that have the @uaccm.edu at the end of their email address. If you want someone to have to record their name, then of course you would click here. I'm not really worried about that for this particular survey. I do want only one response per person, because if someone only chooses pepperoni, of course I don't want to purchase too much pepperoni. That's going to limit them here. So what will happen here to make sure that this happens is people will have to log in with their Microsoft Office 365 user information. It's not going to record their name, but they only get to respond one time, and then the system will come out if they try to respond more than once. Okay, I do want to accept responses. I can put an end date here, which is a really nice feature because I'm the world's worst to forget to shut down a survey once I'm done, and then I continue to get responses and it skews my data. So I'm going to go ahead and say I want all of this information by January the 13th, and I've given it a time. I don't want to shuffle my questions, but I do want to customize a thank you message. So what I'm going to do is just say thank you. I can never type when people are looking. See you there. And then once a responder takes this survey and answers the required questions and then any other questions, once they click submit, this message will pop up on their screen. So it's a really nice little feature to be able to do that. I do not want an email receipt to my respondents, but of course you can do that if you would like. Now here, this get email notification of each response. I only do that when I'm waiting on responses, if it's something that's very, very time specific, so I might do that. Okay, now my form is ready to go, and so I'm going to click in this upper right hand corner where it says share, and it's going to give me a couple of options. It's going to default me to only people in my organization can respond because that's how I've set this up, so of course I'm going to leave that there. Then all I need to do is copy this link and paste it into an email, or I can make it even easier and just use this email tab right here to make it, like I said, even easier. Okay, so once you get your responses, how do you view them? I'm going to go right back to my forms home, and I would like to show you some responses that I've been collecting for this multicultural meet and greet food sign up. You actually look at your responses in the same place where you create your quiz. So I just click here, and it brings me up to a very similar page to what we just looked at when we created the form, but you might not have noticed that there are two tabs at the top of your page. So here are the questions that I listed for this particular multicultural meet and greet food sign up. I just click on this responses tab, and it will show me numerically that I have 4 responses, so it's nice to just be able to glance. Now I can take in this information in a couple of different ways. I can just look here and just get a recent snapshot of what's going on. I can view results, and if I do that, then it will show me all of their responders, because for this particular sign up I did collect names. And I can click, let's see what Brian is bringing. Brian is bringing tater tot casserole and strawberry rhubarb pie, yum. Or I can click on these arrows to the right to collect the information as well. Let me go back and show you another really handy feature that I really like to use. It's probably my favorite because it compiles all of my data in one spot. I love one-stop shopping for data. I can click on Open in Excel, and then it's going to create this nice little document for me. And like I said, this is just really lovely because it gives me everything that I want to see in one spot. It shows me when they took my form, and it gives me all of the information that I like. And then, of course, from an Excel spreadsheet, I can sort and filter data as I would like. It will also, if it's something that you asked your responders to say, like yes or no, you can also have it create a little circle graph for you. So that's really user friendly as well. And then you can read everyone's responses. It's just very, very user friendly, and like I said, it will help to keep your information still coming at you, but without cluttering your inbox. So I hope that this has been helpful, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.